The lovely Aquamarine, which seems to have come from some mermaid's treasure house in the depths of the summer sea, has charms not to be denied, wrote Pliny the Elder of March's rather irresistible Birthstone. But what is aquamarine? Where does it come from? How does it form? And what is its historical and religious significance? I hope to answer these questions and more for you today. But first, in the comments section, let me know how you found this channel, and have you seen the previous 3 episodes in this series yet? This is part 4 in the History of Birthstone series, and if you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing as well. I'm also very pleased to announce my Moony Find Mineral of the Month Club. Every month I send out a small mineral specimen, a specimen tag, and a modest write-up on said mineral. Well, sometimes it'll be a mineraloid or a fossil, even. The first 2 months are chrome diopside and petroleum included quartz, and to hopefully add even more value to what I'm offering once the club hits 50 subscriptions, I'll also be adding in a blind monthly giveaway to it as well. Anyway, thanks for listening to my sales pitch. Let's begin. Aquamarine is a variety of beryl, a family of silicate minerals comprised primarily of beryllium, aluminum, silica, and oxygen. Beryls sport a hardness of 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale of hardness, which is a 1 to 10 scale used for mineral identification. They have a specific gravity of 2.6 to 2.92 and a hexagonal or 6-sided crystal system. Aquamarine, like other historically significant minerals, have a very simple definition: the sky blue to sea blue variety of beryl. Beryl varieties are, in general, delineated by color. Other species include emerald, morganite, heliodor, goshenite, and more. The color for this oceany gem comes from trace inclusions of chromium and vanadium, and sometimes iron depending on locality. The color can often be enhanced with heat treatment. Now, the name aquamarine is rather interesting. It's Latin and effectively translates to seawater, a reference to its color and also the beliefs surrounding it, which will be touched on soon. But first, it's important to note that this is the first gemstone we will discuss with a considerable amount of conflicting information, and I've collated it as best as I'm able. For instance, the first documented mining for aquamarine dates to sometime around 480 BCE in modern-day India. However, the stone has a history with many Mesopotamian cultures, ancient Israel, ancient Sumeria, and Egypt specifically, and is referenced in these cultures far earlier than 480 BCE. As previously stated, the etymology for aquamarine comes from Latin root words. The Greco-Roman world highly prized many gems, and this beryl variety was no exception. Romans and Greeks called it the sailor's gem, and believed that the stone would protect them from storms, choppy or dangerous seas, shipwrecks, and even illness. This stems from Hellenistic mythos. The gemstone was said to be sacred to Neptune, or Poseidon, and was believed to have been given to man by accident as it fell out of the treasure chests of sirens, or nereids, or mermaids. It's said that as a last resort on a ship in danger of sinking, the sailors would throw their aquamarine talismans overboard to quell the wrath of the gods. Interestingly, ancient Romans would also carve frogs into aquamarine in the belief that it would turn enemies into friends. Most aquamarine at this time was imported from India, where it was mined. In Indian culture, aquamarine also symbolized the sea and was considered sacred to Buddha. Going further back in time, while mining locations are unconfirmed, aquamarine beads and other articles have been found in the tombs of Egyptian nobility, as well as tombs in other Mesopotamian cultures. Biblically, and also via Jewish traditions, when the word beryl is used in various translations of Hebrew scripture, its description is obviously referring to aquamarine, described as a beautiful sea blue crystal. If you've seen the previous videos, you'll likely pick up on the fact that this is one of the stones used in the Breastplate of Aaron, and is generally regarded as having symbolized the tribe of Naphtali. During the Middle Ages, various peoples of Europe believed that aquamarine would protect them from being poisoned, and it would be ground into a powder to treat various types of infections and ailments, probably with limited success considering that germ theory was centuries or even millennia away. Regardless, aquamarine has been and still is a popular stone with various mystics and shamans. More modern folklore suggests that aquamarine not only represents the sea, but also the reflection of the sky on the water, and these groups believe that its reflective properties could reveal hidden aspects of the soul. A belief that has become popular in the modern metaphysical community as well. Again, beliefs tend to have quite the travel distance, especially in our modern and increasingly connected world. Today, the largest deposits of aquamarine are found in Brazil, Tanzania, Kenya, Mozambique, Nigeria, and Madagascar. There are also deposits found in the continental United States as well. North Carolina, for instance, is a popular collecting spot for aquamarine, and it's found in several locations through the state. It's also been found in New York, Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, California, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, as well as in various areas across Europe, including the UK, Germany, Italy, Portugal, the Czech Republic, and more. So how does it form? Aquamarine is very commonly associated as a mineral in granite. It does occur in metamorphic rocks occasionally as well, however. But as massive amounts of granitic magma begin to cool, slowly, aquamarine and other forms of beryl will sometimes grow in vugs or pegmatite veins. It forms as hot, mineral-rich liquids squeeze their way through these granitic structures. Some of these gems can be quite large. For instance, the largest gem-quality aquamarine weighed in at 45 kilograms and is now known as the Dom Pedro aquamarine. It was found in the 1980s in Brazil and was sadly dropped, breaking it into 3 pieces. One of these 3 pieces is now a cut and polished obelisk that can be seen as part of the Smithsonian's National Gem and Mineral Collection in Washington, D.C. For the most part, aquamarine is only used as ornamental jewelry. However, beryls in general do have some industrial applications. One of the main elements found in beryl is, of course, beryllium. There are numerous applications for this element, the most notable being as radiation shielding for nuclear reactors. Beryl was extensively mined in Colorado as part of the Manhattan Project, for instance. It also has applications in X-ray tubes and even in the previous space shuttle constructions. Beryllium itself is only found in 100 known minerals, and that alone makes it very significant to the scientific community. So what do you think about aquamarine? Let me know in the comments, and if you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing as well. And also check out my new Mineral of the Month Club. I'm super stoked about it, and I'm very pleased with the progress so far. You all have been fantastic, and let's straight to the moon. I'll be working hard to make it the best value I can. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.